Hi, and welcome to What Are You Reading Wednesday? I'm Jackie.
And I'm Becky.
So it's the beginning of March, and this is Women's History Month. So we're covering some women's fiction and some prize winning women's children's categories. So I'm going to start by turning it over to Becky for our first book.
All right, so my first book is the award called the Sydney Taylor Book Award. And this book award is named after the author that wrote the All of a Kind Family series, which has been around for a while, so you've probably heard of that one. It recognizes titles for children and teens with literary standards that portray Jewish experience. And so this year's winner is Neshama, which is a book written in verse. So lots of different poetry. And it is about a girl named Anna who can see ghosts. And she has to deal with the ghosts to help heal family wounds. Sounds like a really good one. What did you find?
So all of the books that I have are books that won the Women's Prize for Fiction, which is celebrating its 30th anniversary this year. So all four of my books have won this prize, but two of these books specifically fit the category of women's fiction, which is the category that's on our 50-50 challenge. So the first one that I have is a book called Home Fire. And this book is about a young woman named Isma, and she took on the responsibility of caring for her siblings after her mother passed. And now she has the opportunity to go and finish out a dream that had been diverted from taking on her siblings. There's a young man involved who might have a chance of love. And it's just a really great story of what sacrifices are you willing to make in the name of love. So the second one that I have that fits the women's fiction category is called An American Marriage. And in this one, we have this newlywed couple who's like the embodiment of the American dream. Shortly after they get married, the man is arrested and sent to prison for 12 years. And when he's released, they now have to decide, are they willing to fight for their relationship or move on instead? So that's that story. Becky, what's the next one that you've got?
The Pura Belpre Award. This was named after the first Latina American librarian at the New York Public Library. And this is awarded to a Latino writer or illustrator that work best portrays or affirms and celebrates the Latino cultural experience. And so this year's winner is this Pecan Scheller, and this takes place in 1937. And Petra is a 13-year-old that has had to drop out of school because her father has passed away, and she has to start bringing in an income. But those who work in the factory don't get paid very well, and they're talking about lowering their wages. And she decides to stand up and fight. So sounds like a really good one.
It does. Okay, so the second two that I have, as I said, also prize winners, but don't necessarily fit the women's fiction, but they're both written by women. So the first is Deborah Kingsolver's Demon Copperhead. This is a retelling of the classic David Copperfield by Charles Dickens. But this is a tale of a young boy who's struggling with issues of poverty and trying to overcome poverty when he was born to a teen mom, and they live in a trailer in the Appalachian area. And so that's this one. The second one that I've got is The Book of Form and Emptiness. And for this one, I want to read a little inside the last paragraph here. With its blend of sympathetic characters, riveting plot, and vibrant engagement with everything from jazz to climate change to our attachment to material possessions, The Book of Form and Emptiness is classic Ruth Ozeki, bold, wise, poignant, playful, humane, and heartbreaking. So I thought that would be an interesting read.
For sure. Well, I had to get a picture book in here somehow. And it's really funny because this one's been sitting on my desk because I fell in love with this book. This is called Krakow, And this has recently won the Mildred L. Batchelder Award, which is a book that is considered outstanding, but was originally published not in English and not in the United States. And then in the following year, it does get published in English in the United States. So this one was originally published in Spanish, and I love it because this book flips up like this instead of the traditional sideways like this. And it's about a little crocodile that gets stuck in a trap, and he has to figure out how he's going to get out. Super cute book, so take a look at that one or any of our award-winning books, and let us know what you've been reading, and we'll catch you back next week.